Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of What's Wrong with Wrestling. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with Eric Hamilton. Read my lips again. You guys are still doing
bad
that to
lip
me?
reading.
That's not nice.
Yeah, I know.
don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it one bit.
No, sir, I don't like it.
No. You may be wondering why my hair looks like shit.
No, we're used to it.
They weren't. Is that why you have no hair? Because you retired?
Because it always looks like shit. I didn't know how to comb it right.
Well, we just filmed the Santa's Little Helper review / recap.
Yeah.
Exclusively on Patreon.
Yes.
Which was hilarious and a lot of fun to do. And Eric came up with the awesome idea to have us wear Santa hats.
Yes. And Andrew wore a Enzo-themed Santa hat.
His leopard! Fucking leopard! And now my hair's messed up, but that's okay.
It's all right.
It's fine.
We're good.
I'm not worried about it. Anyways,
it's a little bit more.
I'm pretending like I could actually see my reflection in the camera.
Yeah.
But I cannot.
No.
Does it look better now, or?
Let's go with yes.
Okay, it looks terrible. Anyway, so we didn't do an NXT recap last week because Saturday was busy for me, at least. And really, it was just the NXT shows after TakeOver always suck
because it's basically a recap of TakeOver.
Yeah, and because the matches we see on this show were filmed right before TakeOver.
Yeah.
So it's just like, So we're going to do both shows. We're going to do last week's and
both shows.
This week's episode.
Yeah.
And it'll probably take just as long as usual because not much happened in the
anything.
The first one. Yeah, even in the second one too, I guess.
Yeah.
So this is the NXT, right? This is after TakeOver, quotation marks, even though it was really before TakeOver.
Yes.
And we're still in Houston.
Yes.
So it's the Toyota Center.
Yes.
And we have Riott versus Sonya Deville. And this match technically happened before they both debuted on the main roster. But since this aired after they debuted,
we're pretending
that this happened after they debuted.
So here's the good guy, Riott, but you can see her being a complete bitch on SmackDown.
Riott, just like when Bobby Roode debuted.
Yeah.
So Riott is still acting as a babyface here.
Yes.
She only has one T for her last name, Riott.
Yes.
And she has an ankle injury.
Uh-huh.
On NXT, her ankle's like basically broken.
Yeah.
On the main roster, she's a heel and her ankle's 100% healed.
That's movie magic is what we call it in the business. Yeah.
Vince needs to realize that some fans watch both.
Yeah.
And then it would look stupid to do this.
Imagine that.
Yeah. So Sonya goes for the ankle lock like she did a few weeks ago, which injured Ruby's ankle, but Ruby makes it to the ropes. Ruby then hits her finisher to pin Sonya for the win, and her finisher is like, some sort of kick.
Yeah.
But she kicks her with the same ankle that's injured.
The bad foot.
The bad foot. She's like, ow, my foot. So she pins her, gets the win, and she's still like, ow, my fucking ankle.
And then she's like, please cheer me.
Cheer me.
Because I'm a good guy tonight.
Yes. And, on the main roster, they're both in a stable.
They're both in the same stable, basically.
They are.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Yeah.
I guess you're just not supposed to think about it.
You've got the anti-diva, the pretty blonde girl, and then the almost an MMA.
Yeah, right. Yeah, MMA.
Fighter. Right.
And then what about the other stable? The same thing.
Same thing. Exactly.
So next we see Lars Sullivan being interviewed after his TakeOver victory against Ono.
Yeah.
And
please don't ever make him talk.
Yeah, they made the mistake again, just like with Strowman. Except he doesn't have a deep voice.
No.
So Caleb Braxton asks him how he feels, and he just stares off into space for like a while. He's just like, she's like, Sullivan, you won your match. How are you feeling? He's just like,
I'm X-Pac.
Yeah. And he's like, then he says, he finally wakes up, and he's like, I was calculated, coilated, and like he says like a few big words.
Way out of his vocabulary range.
And he doesn't have a deep voice. He was like, I was a great match. I did it great.
He was Mo Sislak.
He's Mo Sislak. And he says he will just destroy anyone who steps in his way. He also has a bit of a lisp. Like he's talking with his tongue there. And
I'll step on anyone who gets in my way.
And I will spit on anyone.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and Kayla's not good at her job either.
No, she's not.
She looks awkward as hell when she's interviewing people.
Yeah.
So, Sullivan needs a manager, I'd say. That's obvious, but
Obviously.
he probably won't get one.
No. Because he needs one.
He does.
Yeah.
That's why he won't get one.
Exactly.
Next up, we see Ember Moon being interviewed after her title win, and she says, "This is a dream come true. All of my hard work has finally paid off. This is only the beginning."
The same bullshit cookie cutter every good guy gives.
The most generic speech you've ever heard.
On their first title run. Like, I want to hear someone like, yeah, I guess. I mean, I really didn't want to be champion, but I mean, whatever. I guess those other people just suck. So.
Like, I'd be like, this is why you become a wrestler. To win this.
Yeah.
This is why you join this business.
Oh, but then you're a heel because you wanted it.
But like, yeah, after this interview, I'm like, yeah, I was happy you won it, but now I just want someone else to win it.
Yeah,
like,
please, quickly. Can we just hurry it up?
Because Asuka was always interesting as champion.
Right?
Next, so as you can see, these NXT after takeovers just post-match interview.
That's it.
Look, post-match interview to post-match interview to a third post-match interview with Drew McIntyre, saying that he felt something go in his bicep, and from his experience, it's not good. And then a few days later, Drew confirmed on Twitter that he did indeed, he has a torn bicep, and he tweets, "Unfortunately, I did suffer an injury during my title defense at TakeOver. I've dealt with setbacks before. The reality is, I always come back better. There's a scary thought for whomever is NXT champion come 2018, hashtag TikTok.
Hashtag, please don't put me back in 3-man ban."
Yeah. Again, it's that weird thing where it's like, well, he's going to be out for a while. Maybe he should just debut on the roster. But then you're like, well, he'll just be ruined on the main roster.
Yeah.
Like everyone else from NXT. I mean, like, Bobby Roode is, probably going to win the U.S. title pretty soon.
I think so. Hopefully.
But even if he does, he's still they just treat him like he's just another guy on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And he's not.
He should be running the freaking show.
He was the whole fucking show on NXT.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. It was great. Every week he was on, it was like...
The only person that they've done that with is Kevin Owens on Raw. And that's when Raw was actually really good.
When he was the Universal Champion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made Raw watchable, at least the parts he was on.
When Kevin Owens headbutted Vince, you were like, oh, he's getting back to the main picture.
Yeah. Nope.
And it's like, not really. Like,
No.
he beat Shane. He got a win over Orton, but he's still with Sami Zayn. He's not getting a title shot anytime soon. So, like, what's he just going to, where are they going with this?
I mean,
like nowhere.
I don't see any reason why they couldn't have put them in the tag match that they announced for Clash of Champions.
At least make them the tag champions. That's the most obvious place to go.
Yeah.
But they're not.
No. Like, I mean, they could take on the New Day. That'd be a great rivalry.
Right.
Maybe the New Day will beat the Usos. Maybe they'll feud with Owens and Zayn then.
They confirmed 3 more matches for Clash of Champions. I know this isn't NXT, but this just happened like yesterday.
Yeah, on Instagram or Twitter or something.
Byron Saxton announced it.
Yeah.
So Corbin's putting up his U.S. title against Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler, who we haven't even seen on television
in weeks.
He wasn't even on Survivor Series.
He
hasn't even been on SmackDown.
We went to 4 days straight and did not see him once.
No. Ziggler even tweeted, like, well, I don't know why I have a title shot, but all right, let's win this thing.
Yeah.
What did he do to deserve it? Nothing. Oh, right. Someone needs to get pinned, and it's not going to be Corbin or Roode.
Yeah.
And Charlotte's fighting Natalya again.
Again.
We don't need that rematch.
No.
Nah, we don't. Why don't we just count the Starrcade match that they had as Natalya's official rematch?
Yeah.
That's it. It's over.
It was in a cage.
It happened. We don't need to see that again.
No.
And then it's the Usos against the New Day against Benjamin and Gable.
Yeah.
Who's going to win that? I don't know. I don't care.
American Alpha 2.
But they're
Benjamin
not even
Boogaloo.
interesting either.
No.
And they should have been, because it's fucking Sheldon Benjamin.
Yeah.
But they're just all treated like idiots.
Like, I hope they...
The real stars of WWE is Stephanie, Triple H, and Shane. They're the stars of the show.
Yeah.
Like, they're what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's stupid.
Everyone else is just filler.
Even Kurt Angle's, like, treated like an asshole in front of Stephanie and Triple H every week.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle's just treated like a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
Which is just how Mick Foley was treated. It's just to put over... The idea of these shows is to put over Stephanie every week. It's just so dumb.
That's ridiculous.
So stupid. When Stone Cold was on top, he was always...
he was the guy.
He was the guy, and he was always making McMahon look like an idiot.
Yeah.
And now all Stephanie and Shane do is make the talent look like idiots. It's like, well, okay, whatever. It's just dumb. So anyways, there's our WWE rant about the main roster.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why we don't want Drew McIntyre there.
Yeah.
So then we watch a video of last week. We see the Street Profits outside Full Sail University partying with some fans while standing on a car.
Because that happens.
And last week, I don't know. I guess they beat them on the regular show, so they're partying after their victory against Sabatelli and Moss.
Yeah.
Sabatelli and Moss walk up and tell the Street Profits that they got lucky, and then we find out that they're getting a rematch next week, so we'll get to that soon.
Oh, boy.
So the main event for this week is Johnny Gargano versus Pete Dunne for the United Kingdom Championship. And this is something that just happened for no reason.
But it was really good.
No, it was really good.
It was an amazing match.
Regal just told Gargano the week before, I want you to fight Pete Dunne for the UK Championship. And Gargano's like, okay, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, I was going to have an ab contest with Shawn Michaels, but okay, fine.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So, I will say this. Gargano is one of the best storytellers in the ring.
Yeah.
He really is.
Yeah.
Go back to when he pushed Ciampa out of the way to take the ladder shot to the face. Mm-hmm. That was oh, what a good friend.
Did you ever go and watch him and Ciampa's match?
I still haven't.
Oh my God, that Cruiserweight Classic match.
Yeah.
So freaking amazing.
And then when DIY finally beat the Revival, the story they told there.
Yeah.
And then when they had the three-way tag match where Gargano and one of the members of Revival look at each other and yeah, let's help each other. And they mixed into their finishing moves together.
Yeah.
It was great. So Gargano gets done in the crossface submission, but Dunn spits out his mouthpiece and bites Gargano's fingers to get out of the hold, which was
classic,
pretty cool and funny.
Yeah.
Later in the match, Johnny grabs he sees the mouthpiece is still lying in the mat. He grabs the mouthpiece, smiles at Dunn
I thought he was going to put it in.
Right.
Ha!
He grabs the mouthpiece, smiles at Dunn you don't have this to protect your fucking jaw because you got a glass jaw. And then he super kicks Dunn.
Yeah.
And goes for the pin, but Dunn kicks out. But again, that was a great moment in a match where he's
right.
You don't have this protection.
See, I think that's what the main roster is missing that NXT has so much of.
Yeah.
I worded that wrong, but
so
they have storytelling in the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, on paper, Velveteen Dream versus Alistair Black. On paper, it was this is going to be Alistair Black in a fucking doing a squash match here. He's going to just bury the shit out of Velveteen Dream. No, that match was amazing. That was almost match of the night. If they hadn't have had the War Games match.
Yeah, best singles match.
That would have been the best match of the night.
Yeah. Well, then you go back to Bobby Roode versus Nakamura.
Yeah.
The first match, they're just taunting each other for the first 10 minutes, and we loved it.
And they didn't need to they didn't have to have you gotta fight to get a shot at
right.
No, they kept them completely apart.
We don't see them fight until it's time for the fucking takeover.
Yes, which made it the anticipation build up was so good.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah. So, anyways, Gargano goes for the pin. Dunn kicks out. Johnny later tries his slingshot spear, but Dunn knocks Gargano.
Like punches him in the fucking back of the head.
With a forearm, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he hits the bitter end for the win.
Yeah.
Of course, Pete Dunne retains. And that was the end of, NXT that week.
That episode.
So on to next week's NXT show, which was filmed in San Antonio, which was the night before TakeOver War Games.
Yeah.
But it's a week after.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
And this was a very small venue.
Yeah.
There were like 100 people, 100 fans on the floor.
Yeah.
And like 50 up in some risers.
Yeah.
Like maybe 200 people were there.
For an NXT house show, that's horribly low.
We've had more
Either
people,
that or it's sold out like that.
We've had more people show up for Doomsday Wrestling.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's weird. They just chose a very small venue. And Ring of Honor also had an event in San Antonio the same night.
I'm
wondering if it was a bigger venue.
It was probably something people wanted to see more.
Although, that was probably
because if I was going to go to San Antonio, I'd be like, oh, an NXT house show or a Ring of Honor show for sure.
Yeah. Well, but the main event of San Antonio that night was Adam Cole versus Drew McIntyre with Shawn Michaels as the special guest referee.
Yeah.
Obviously, they didn't show us that match.
No.
And they're not going to show us that match ever.
Yeah.
Because, again, Drew McIntyre's not the champion anymore. But, no, they had no plans to show that. But that was the main event for that show.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be interested to see that because Shawn Michaels as the ref,
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, first match, we have Street Profits versus Sabatelli and Moss. Again, 2 weeks later. And again, it's such a small venue, and like a lot of the shots are just like a cameraman like on the floor. It's very like home movie-ish.
Yeah, it's like bingo hall wrestling.
It's like the cameraman just had an iPhone, like, yeah, man. Like,
right.
It's like a video you would see like on Instagram,
Yeah.
So the Street Profits get the win after Ford hits a frog splash on Sabatelli.
Mm-hmm. Meh.
I don't care about the Street Profits.
Snooze fest.
I really don't.
Yeah.
Then we have a video of Christy St. Cloud interviewing Tyler Bate and Trent Seven, who will face Pete Dunne and Mark Andrews in the main event. And they just say some bullshit, like we are Mustache Mountain. It's very lame.
we do mustaches and give mustache rides
to each other.
Yeah.
We then watch a short interview with Mark Andrews, who says he's only helping Dunn for a shot at the UK Championship.
Now, let me sprinkle this into our listeners' brains real quick. So we see this Mark Andrews guy
for the first time.
Unless
maybe he was in the UK tournament. I don't know.
Sure. But he's got like a sports jacket, a button-down shirt.
Yeah.
His hair's combed nice and neat.
Yeah.
All right.
He looks like he's from the 90s.
Yeah.
And he's 25 years old.
Yeah, but keep that image in your head. So then, moving on to the show, we go to their match, and Trent Seven and Tyler Bate come out, and they do their Mountain Man thing. And then this Mark guy comes out, Mark Andrews, and he looks like he was rejected from 98 Degrees.
He really
does. He's got like these white leathery pants, and he's got a baseball cap that's backwards, and then like a white rhinestone collared jacket.
Yeah, he looks like a Backstreet Boy.
Yeah. He's like a boy band reject. I'm like, well, what the fuck happened there? Like you'd figure his ring gear would, be like somewhat,
I don't know. It was weird. And it was like, well, clearly he's a baby face.
Is he?
Because, like, he's acting nice. He's like cheering. He's like, come on, crowd, hey!
But it seemed like Trent Seven and Tyler Bate gave a heel promo.
Yeah, I don't know.
The way they were talking. Yeah. And then they come out and they're like, oh, yeah, sure. We're the good guys.
Yes.
Like Dean.
Well, okay. We'll skip ahead. We'll get back to it later. But Tyler Bate and Trent Seven's, like, they've had a few tag team matches where they're kind of like, they kind of act like Peyton Royce and Billy Kay, like they're gay for each other. But their intro got even more homoerotic than ever. They both stand on the second turnbuckle facing the crowd, and then at the same time whip their jackets back to reveal their bodies. Like they go like this. They go,
you know what? They were in a dark match at TakeOver that didn't get aired the next week.
That's right.
They did tag. And I remember seeing that intro. They're like,
And Trent Seven is a fat guy.
Yeah.
And look, I'm overweight. Like, I just wouldn't do this, period.
Yeah.
I would wear a shirt. Trent Seven's body is so bad. There's not an ounce of muscle in his body. It's just fat rolled over his stupid
And then, like,
Speedo.
they both do, like, the mustache thing.
And, but the audacity he has to be a baby face and whip off a jacket and go, oh, look at my amazing body. Like, at least Tyler Bate has a good body. And he's like, Tyler Bate's like, yeah, look at my body. It's fucking awesome.
Tell me about his body.
Well, I'm just saying he has a good body. Like, so but again, that's kind of a cocky thing.
Yeah. No,
to be like, look at my body.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, for Trent Seven to do that, it's like, and to have a fat body that's just not pleasant to look at.
No.
It's very heelish. Like, yeah, look at this shit.
Look at it.
It's just like, no. How do you have the balls to do that?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, it's so bad. Let me scroll back up to get back to where we are. We'll get back to that. Next up, we have Peyton Royce versus a pirate.
Kyrie Sane.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kyrie Sane.
Yes.
Nothing really special here, though. Kyrie Sane just wins with the insane elbow.
Yeah.
And Ronaldo creams his pants. So, you know.
Mamma mia!
Your average Kyrie Sane match.
Yeah.
Oh, she's going to do the elbow. Yeah. But, you know, Peyton Royce looked hot. So that's good.
Yeah.
Then the announce team tells us that Ruby Riott and Sonya Deville will have one more match.
One more match.
They have unfinished business. Wait, no. Ruby's won both times.
Uh-huh.
So even if Sonya wins this fucking match, she'll still be down 2-1.
Yeah.
Ruby's already won the feud.
Yeah, it's done.
So they're going to have one more match, and it'll be no holds barred next week. Oh, and then they show the graphic, and now Ruby's last name is Riott with 2 T's.
Yeah, just so you're not confused.
2 T's.
2 T's.
Titties? Yes. So back to the Tyler Bate and Trent Seven versus Pete Dunne and Mark Andrews match. Ronaldo says that Mark Andrews is 25 and he's a 12-year veteran.
Yeah.
So he's been wrestling professionally since he was 13. So when he said that, I was like, no fucking way.
Actually.
So I Wikipedia'd it.
Yeah.
And he was in a battle royal in an independent show in the UK when he was 14.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Like, why would they
Regal
put him...
did the same thing. He started wrestling at like 13, 14.
For money?
I think
That's
so.
That's crazy. Why would you put a 13-year or a 14-year-old in a match and think, yeah, he has a shot?
Well, you know, you just need bodies to fill in.
I mean, like, I get it if he was like training for a while.
Yeah,
but,
I'm sure he was training.
Although didn't Jeff Hardy lie? And he was 16, right?
16, 17 in his first
jobber match, right?
Yeah, in his jobber matches. I think Matt was like maybe 18, 19. Right. But yeah, Jeff was like 16, 17. Mm-hmm. But they kept bringing him back because they're like, fuck, they make these old boring guys look great.
They make Big Show look great.
Right? Like, they do one clothesline and they flip over 3 times. Right. I mean, it's like the big boot from McIntyre to Andrade Cien Almas.
Oh my god! Where Almas took a backflip.
Where he backflipped after getting big booted.
It was awesome.
It was great.
It was awesome. Yeah.
God, can you imagine him fighting Ziggler?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Oh yeah,
be nice.
Hopefully Ziggler's still around.
Hopefully Ziggler, you know, goes to NXT.
Yeah,
because the match would be good there.
Yeah, it would.
It'd be terrible in the main roster.
It would. Yeah, they'd burn it on a SmackDown.
Right. The opening match.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a really cool spot in this match where Mark Andrews did a Frankensteiner off the top rope to Tyler Bate, and Tyler Bate flipped into Pete Dunne,
catches him,
and power bombs him midair.
Yeah.
So it was a Frankensteiner off the top rope into a sit-down power bomb pin.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was great.
And then Tyler Bate kicks out of it.
Yeah. You're like, what?
I mean, that should have finished the match.
It should
sure. So, some interesting things happened on Twitter because of this. So, Vince Russo tweeted about this move because he saw a GIF of it on Twitter, and he said the following. Yeah, that would happen if the match was real. Suspension of disbelief is forever gone in professional wrestling. And that's why all the casuals went bye-bye. Only the marks and the kids remain. So he's saying that move is too unbelievable to look real. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's too stupid to look real in a wrestling match. And that's why the casual fans went away. So now, of course, the easy response is bringing up the logistics of an Irish whip. Obviously, which is every match.
Yeah.
Like, no one's
going to keep running.
Right? That's easy.
Yeah.
You could also mention that...
I bumped your camera. Are you still in frame?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Hold on. Perfect. So you could also mention that Vince Russo was WCW's head writer, you know, when they put the world title on David fucking Arquette to try to sell a movie.
Didn't he
Suspension of disbelief?
Yeah. Didn't he come up with the finger poke of doom?
Yeah, I guess. Probably.
Yeah.
But Max Landis tweeted to Russo as well.
To save the fucking day.
And he always has the most valid point. The one thing I love about Max Landis, he wins every argument.
Yeah.
If you ever watched Screen Junkies, like movie fights, have you ever watched that?
No.
They'll have Max Landis on, and he usually wins because he just makes the best arguments for everything. And I watched one recently. I've only watched the ones he's on because he's so entertaining.
Yeah.
But he lost one that he clearly should have won. They were just like, well, he needs to lose one or else, you know, he's winning all the time. But he wins every one because his arguments are so good.
Because he knows what he's arguing about.
Yes. So he tweets to Russo, didn't you once write for a company that has an undead wizard as one of its mainstay characters? Oh, Max. He just always hits the fucking nail right on the head. And, like, yeah, that's one of his main things about his wrestling isn't wrestling video. He's like, you know, people that tell you wrestling isn't real clearly don't watch wrestling because it features an undead wizard, leprechauns, a team of adult male cheerleaders.
Evil male cheerleaders.
This show doesn't pretend to be an athletic competition. It's a TV show about a wrestling show.
Yes.
You know,
it's more like the Muppet Show.
That's his other comparison to the Muppet Show is fucking genius. Where it's the Muppet Show, like the Muppets are trying to put on a show, but something always horribly goes wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Like every week on Raw.
He even says in the video when he talks about the Undertaker, he's like, "Now hold on to your suspension of disbelief because it's about to take a fucking leap,
a beating."
Yes. Yeah. Like the camera even like.
I've watched that video so many times. Yeah. I know every line of dialogue in that video.
Oh my god,
it's ridiculous. But yeah, bravo, Max.
Yeah,
Russo, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right? Come on. Jesus.
Like Pete Dunn also replied to Russo, saying if you're worried about suspending disbelief, you wouldn't tweet stuff like this.
Yeah.
Hashtag hypocrisy. So my opinion is simple. I love the spot. It was cool.
It was great.
It was believable for a wrestling move and a wrestling match.
Yeah.
But Tyler Bate shouldn't be kicking out of it. That's the suspension of disbelief that's really messed up.
Exactly.
But that's almost every match we see nowadays is finishers being kicked out of. The craziest move you've ever seen, people are kicking out of.
Yeah.
That's just every match now. That's my only problem with it, is you should not be kicking out. At least have Trent Seven break up the pin attempt. You know?
That would have worked better.
They used to break up pin attempts all the time in tag team matches. Not so much.
Now it's like they want everyone to kick out of.
Yeah, well, you'll kick out of it, obviously.
Yeah.
So Tyler Bate ends up getting the win after hitting Pete Dunne with the Tyler Driver 97, which is his finishing move.
Yeah.
And then after the match, Pete Dunne attacks Mark Andrews from behind with a forearm to the back, and then he hits him with the bitter end, which Andrews sold beautifully. It was so good.
It was good.
To where I was like, that bitter end right there, and the way Andrews sold it, I was like, I want to see this match now.
Yeah.
Because that was fucking great.
Yeah.
You know?
These UK guys, I mean, they don't get a shitload of TV time, but they make use of every second that they have.
Yeah. And I like Pete Dunne a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously he's over as fuck with,
of course.
Even at TakeOver Houston.
Yeah.
Like Johnny Gargano comes out, you're wearing the Johnny Gargano shirt, and everyone's like, "Yeah, we love you, Johnny."
Yeah.
And then Pete comes out like, "Oh my god, Cruiserweight!"
Yeah, it was like Johnny wrestling Cruiserweight.
Exactly.
Like, god.
Johnny's like, "No, Daddy, don't."
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about Pete Dunn and a lot of the cruiserweights, a lot of the UK guys do this, is the stupid bending of fingers thing, because that's where it's, because Pete Dunn does it every match where he's like, ha, oh, and the guy's like, oh no, it's like, just break his finger, like you can do it. You're in complete control of his finger.
You just go, okay, yeah,
break it, and you win the match.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing I don't like, is when they bend the fingers. That's stupid.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm sold on Pete Dunne.
Oh, for sure.
And that's where, I think the real reason why we hate 205 Live is because, and we've said this before, they treat it like a separate thing. When there used to be a Cruiserweight Championship back when, or a Light Heavyweight Championship, but whatever.
Yeah.
There wasn't a separate show.
No.
You didn't, there wasn't a specific amount of people in the division.
No.
You know what I mean? It was just like, if you're a small guy, you can wrestle for the title.
There was a Sunday Night Heat episode where Christian was like, I'm going to challenge the light heavyweight champion. And they're like, you weigh in at 2-0, or, you're 4 pounds over the limit. And the entire episode was him trying to lose 4 pounds. And then by the end of the thing, he hits the weight, but he's just exhausted because he's in a sweat soup. He's been throwing up, and he loses the match.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't have to do it on a separate show. He wasn't like a guest spot.
Right.
It gets...
That's the thing, is they make it feel like they're not a part of Raw.
Yeah.
It's like, well, these guys are here, but they're not really
sometimes
part of Raw.
on 205 Live, you'll get those matches where you're like, wow, look at all the cool shit that they're doing.
Yeah.
But it's like they won't let them do those things on Raw for some reason.
Right. And also, when they had the European Championship, you didn't have to be European.
No, you didn't.
Go for the title.
Shawn Michaels was the first champion.
First European champion. Now, Johnny Gargano fought for the UK title, but that was the first time someone that's not from the UK challenged for that title.
Yeah.
Just bring them both. Put one on Raw, I guess the cruiserweights, because they're already there, basically.
Yeah.
And then put the UK championship on SmackDown, and
call it
anyone can fight for these titles.
Yeah.
And we don't need special ropes to show us that it's different.
No. Not at all.
And everything would be fine. That's it.
Yeah.
And bring in these people one at a time, so it's not just like, look at the cruiserweights, look at them, and they're like, who are all of these people?
Right? There's 12 new guys. I don't know any of these.
All of the cruiserweights have pretty much had a title shot.
Yeah.
For the Cruiserweight Championship at this point, and that's why they're like, oh well, Kalisto, come here. Oh fuck, he fucked up. He sucks. Hideo Itami, it's your turn. And Hideo will probably win it for a while.
Did you see the tweet that Pete Dunne sent to Hideo?
What did he say?
They did Hideo sent the tweet. It's like, soon 205 Live will go to sleep.
Oh,
and Pete Dunne was like, fancy a UK title shot before you leave.
Right.
So that could be a really fucking good match.
But Hideo's Japanese. He can only fight for the Japanese title that will probably come in the next couple of years.
Probably.
It seems like that's where WWE wants to go. They want to have a championship everywhere, so that wherever you are in the world, it's all about WWE.
Yeah.
You know, because that they have Pete Dunne defending the UK championship at random indie shows in the UK.
Yeah.
So is crazy.
Is that how they're going to introduce? Oh, well, this guy randomly beat him at this show, so he gets the WWE contract.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and the indies will take him because it's like, well, he's a WWE star technically.
Of course.
So yeah.
Yeah. Plus, he puts on great matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
and he's probably Regal's long lost son.
He really is. I just wish he wouldn't wear that jacket, whatever that jacket he is.
No, yeah.
It's a little weird, but I'm nitpicking now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that was the last 2 NXT episodes. So who was your worst dressed?
I'm gonna go with Billie Kay. I don't know. It's like sometimes you see her in her wrestling gear and she looks great, and then she gets in street clothes and it's like, what?
The problem is she puts on way too much makeup.
Yeah,
it's just layers.
Yeah,
she's like, I'm done. Oh nope, another one. So the makeup's her face is here, but her makeup's out here. Yeah. So you'd be like, let me kiss you. No.
You're just like,
in case you didn't in case you skipped my rant.
Yeah.
Trent 7 for my worst dressed. Just stop it, dude.
Please.
Just stop. Wear a fucking wear a onesie or a singlet for the love of God, at least. Best dressed?
Best dress, I'm gonna go with Peyton Royce.
Same.
She was good.
Same
I like her.
Z's.
She's cute.
You're not gonna pick the pirate princess?
No.
The pirate princess. Was that her nickname in Japan too, or does Ronaldo just call her that?
I'm not sure there.
He said the pirate princess versus I forgot what he called Peyton Royce. I forgot.
Because together they're the iconic duo. Yeah.
But he called Peyton Royce something.
Wasn't she like going by like a poison ivy at some point?
They never said. Like Liv Morgan once made fun of Peyton Royce calling her poison ivy, but that was it. I forgot what Ronaldo called her.
Yeah.
Worst moment?
Worst moment.
I'll have to agree with that.
Okay.
Trent 7 showing his disgusting body and acting like it's
like it's the best thing ever.
Look at it.
Look at it.
That should be his finisher. Like he wears a jacket for his finisher, and then he's like, no, make it stop or I quit.
Trent 7.
There you go.
Trent 7 with the jacket off.
With the jacket off. No!
My God, King!
Trent 7 has fucked up the cameras, King! All right, there
Are we
go.
good?
Yeah.
Are we good?
Yes.
Okay.
Best moment?
Best moment, the Frankensteiner powerbomb. Yeah.
The awesome move.
Yeah.
For show.
For show. Yep.
You ready for things we talk about?
Do we have things we talk about?
Kind of. It's basically just stuff they kind of confirmed on NXT.
Okay.
But look, we need things we talk about.
Yeah.
So they said next week Zelina Vega will hold the Andrade Cien Almas NXT Championship celebration.
Okay.
So I assume she'll be in a bikini, right? I hope, please. Or at least that bathrobe that she wore that one time.
Yeah.
God, in person, she was
smoking.
And she's like 5 foot tall, maybe.
Yeah. Like if she was standing next to me, it'd be like this. Like, hey, what's up?
If she just did a handstand, you get like 69 with her. What?
What? Huh? Huh?
Woo? Yeah, we mentioned today with Tommy is going to be debuting on 205 Live. It's weird. They never like resolved his beef with Cassius Ohno. Like he turned heel
and
kind of.
So that means when he goes to 205, he's going to be face?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Enzo's already like, I want to know where he stands with the Zo Train. And then Hideo's going to come out and be like, I don't like you. And then he's,
Yeah.
Right.
He's going to beat up everybody.
And Akira Tozawa was like, this used to be my spot.
Yeah.
And they were like, you were just a poor man's Hideo.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, USA Network might be airing an NXT episode Wednesday, December 13th, because it will be WWE week on the USA Network.
Oh.
The last couple of years they've been doing this.
What is
WWE
that?
week.
Yeah.
They air something every week. I think they
every
air...
day?
Don't they air didn't they air haven't they been airing like WrestleMania?
Yeah, they've done like WrestleManias in the past.
I think they're going to do that again.
Like, I think they do that on like a Friday.
Right.
Usually they have some sort of special on like Thursday.
Yeah. So they're saying they might air like the same NXT episode that we see on the network.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So, yeah. But that's all of things we talk about.
Fan questions?
Yeah, we got a few here. This is from Wrecked Baron, which is, again, one of my favorite.
Yes. I love the profile picture, too.
Names. Will Johnny Wrestling be changed to Johnny Sports Entertainment when he moves to the main roster?
There's a good chance.
There is.
It doesn't.
It's Johnny Sports Entertainment.
It doesn't have the same ring to it,
no,
but
it really
you know.
Doesn't. The real question though is like, will they let him use that nickname?
Yeah.
Because Vince doesn't like the name wrestling.
No. The word wrestling.
He doesn't like the word wrestling.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the word wrestler. It's all superstar. And, they used to say, like, the World Wrestling Federation. And now they just say WWE. That's why
a
few weeks ago when Paul Heyman said World Wrestling Entertainment, I was like, what?
Yeah.
No one said that.
No one.
I think ever since it's been WWE.
Vince, Paul said a no word.
Yeah, right. And it was like it shouldn't have been a big deal, but like to me it was like, oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Like I love when they say the whole thing. And WWE, WWE just doesn't sound cool. Like
neither does World Wrestling Entertainment.
No. But like WWF, like F is like a strong letter.
Yeah.
Hey, WWF. Now it's like WWE.
Yeah.
Yes. Marcus Muniz, what is your favorite UK wrestler in the WWE and why? Well, yeah, we mentioned Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne.
Marcus says his is Mark Andrews because he wrestles a lucha-style wrestling.
As
a Backstreet Boy.
As a Backstreet Boy.
Mick Lockyer, who would you rather see switch places? Baron Corbin and Alistair Black. Do you mean like... Oh, I guess they mean main roster to NXT.
Yeah.
Like Corbin goes back to NXT.
Alistair
Black
Black
gets called up.
Okay,
so Corbin for Black.
Uh-huh.
Enzo for Gargano.
Mm.
Or AOP for the Bludgeon Brothers.
Ooh.
I'd probably say Enzo and Gargano.
Well, no, because I don't want Enzo to be on 205 Live.
You mean Gargano?
Yeah, that's what I mean, Gargano. I want him to be on 205 Live.
But he
probably will be.
Oh, he will.
Because he fought in the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So Corbin and Black then?
Yeah, I think Corbin and Black.
All right.
I'd like to see Black fight Nakamura. I think that would be a good match.
Yeah, they're both mostly like kicks. Guys. They kick each other.
Yeah.
They should have a soccer ball in the ring too. They could just kick around.
Kick around.
Yeah.
They can kick out with their dick out.
Yes. Brad Cunningham, Pushfire Barry, wrestler does another's entrance. So Lesnar does Rich Swan's entrance. Undertaker does Shane's. Or Roman does Naomi's entrance.
Can you change?
The funny thing, we could see this on the WWE.
Yeah, you
video
should
game.
film it and then we should put it on Twitter.
Vote.
Yeah. Because
so Lesnar, like, can you handle this? Can you handle this?
Yeah.
Undertaker doing Shane, like, here comes the money.
Yeah.
But I think Roman doing Naomi, just because Naomi's entrance is so funny
and
like,
ridiculous.
If you see Roman coming out like,
right.
So yeah, probably Roman.
The best though is still the one I did.
Triple H.
Triple H doing the Scotty 2 Hottie with the fucking shove.
Triple H coming to bury Jason Jordan. That's like one of the 10 funniest things I've ever seen in life.
Ever.
Yeah. What?
I'm just thinking about it.
What?
What's so funny?
What's so funny? All right, so that's it for the show.
The show.
We'll see what they do with the Cien Almas NXT Championship celebration.
Right.
What else? Oh, the Sonya Deville versus Ruby Riott is next week. Look, I'm sure most of you have read the spoilers because we already know who's fighting Almas for the title at TakeOver Philly at the end of January.
Yeah.
But we do have people that, don't read the spoilers. Not that I didn't purposely read these spoilers.
No,
they kind of just pop up on Twitter.
They really do.
But if you did, I guess maybe we could talk about it without talking about it. But we have already seen this match.
Yeah.
And we're going to see it again on a TakeOver, again, which is rare for TakeOver unless it's like a championship loss rematch or something like that.
Yeah.
But it seems like someone's definitely coming back.
Someone.
In Philly. And I guess we'll talk about that when we get there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But anyways, until then, make sure you subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Google Play. We're on Stitcher. You can find the podcast anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Any of those places. Give us a 5-star review wherever you listen to it.
Yeah.
And then double down and watch the show on YouTube.
Double down?
Well, that's the only like for the main podcast.
Yeah.
And then you can watch it on YouTube. Of course, the only place you could watch the NXT recaps is YouTube.com.
Yeah.
/What's Wrong with Wrestling. Check out our official website, what'swrongwithwrestling.com. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wrong Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
You can also follow me on Twitter at Andrew Pisano.
I'm at Eric What's Wrong.
On Twitter.
Yeah. And E is for awesome on Instagram.
There you go.
With a number 4 in there.
There you go.
Not FOR.
Right.
Just a 4.
And you can head to prowrestlingtees.com/what'swrongwithwrestling to buy a t-shirt. You got the Push Eric.
The Push Eric shirt.
Kick out, spear, pin, repeat.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns troll shirt.
Yes.
We got Bunny Boys. Me and Joe as the Bunny Boys. And we have the What's Wrong with Wrestling logo t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Only $19.99. Perfect Christmas present.
Perfect.
We should do one of those. You know how Gallus and Anderson are now like doing the WWE shop?
Yeah.
we should
do it.
We should make a parody. But like, you know how they have 100 things? We just have like a few things.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, what about this? What about this?
Right. With every shirt, we'll send you a free business card.
You should buy it. We're bad guys, but please buy this stuff.
Yeah. We may have to do that, actually.
We should. And thank you to Songfinch for our awesome intro. You could donate on patreon.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling to watch the Santa's Little Helper recap that we just did, which is coming out Monday morning.
Yeah.
And that's where all the pay-per-view recaps are, the takeover recaps, all that good stuff.
The recap of the first episode of SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a fun one.
That was good.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That one and the Santa's Little Helper were my two favorites that we've done.
Yeah.
Because like we said, like the Marine and Arm Response, they're just boring.
They're
like, but these were actually fun.
Yeah, they're good.
And then one last thing, I entered into that WWE Champions, that video game that's an app on your phone. It's WWE Champions. They have an impression contest, and I entered in it. I saw like...
Which is why you have a goatee.
That's why I have a goatee. Yeah. You like it? Because I hate it. I'm going to let my facial hair grow back as fast as I can.
Yeah.
But I went all in.
If you put your thumb in your mouth and you blow, it may just...
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll do that. So anyways, I went all in with the Stone Cold impression because I want to win this contest because there's money involved.
You can put on a bald cap.
And I need money. I bought a bald cap.
Yeah.
And like put makeup on it to kind of like match my skin tone.
Uh-huh.
And that was a pain in the ass. And I did the video. It's 30 seconds. If you go to WWE Champions, their Facebook page, like all the contest stuff is on there because the second round is fan voting.
Yeah.
So we need
your vote.
We need your vote for that.
Yeah.
So look out for that. I'll tweet the link out or some shit like that when it comes.
Yeah.
So yeah, help me win money. Did my Stone Cold impression. 30-second impression. It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's a good impression.
Yeah. So check that out when that... It's already out. I mean, you can see it. I know like almost 500 people have already watched it on YouTube, so
yeah,
appreciate that. But yeah, please vote for it when it's time. And we'll see you Thursday morning when next week's Raw and SmackDown recap comes out.
Yeah.
How about that?
How about that?
Like Stone Cold Steve Austin, it kinda looks like Kevin Owens. Dean Ambrose is in his daydreams, and Charlotte is in his sex dream. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Obnoxious, crazy, loud, egocentric, no doubt that's Joe. Self-proclaimed strongest and best-looking man in the world. Loves wrestling, but only part-time. Strong, big players, pretty sublime, yeah. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Every circle's loved and he can't really hold in his piss. He made hashtag push Eric, yeah, we'll push him off a cliff.
Josh. He's just a troll.
What's wrong with wrestling?